All right?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, reading from verse 2. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep.
Right. So it says being compacted in the blood of the seed of man. All right, showing you that they're only dealing with the seed of Israel. You see what I said? So it don't matter how you look. You know, so it don't matter how you look. It's all about that seed. And that seed is dealing with Israel. All right? So that's the further add to that we could bring this precept up.
All right, the book of Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls.
Right. All right. So they declared their pedigrees after the house of their fathers. When you look that word pedigrees up, it's speaking about the lineage. All right. The bloodline. All right. So you see where it said being impacted in the blood of seed of man that came with sleep. All right. That's why you are who your father is. All right. Yeah. 106 and 24.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 106, reading from 24. Yea, they despise the pleasant land, they believe not his word, but murmured in their tents, and hearkened not unto the voice of the Most High.
Read on.
Therefore he lifted up his hands against them, to overthrow them in the wilderness, to overthrow their seed also among the nations, and to scatter them in the lands.
Right. So it says to overthrow their seed among the nations, and to scatter them in the land, showing you we were afflicted. This is fulfilling prophecy, because we transgressed against the Most High. All right. All right. Scattered into all nations. All right. But then you had a remnant, you know, going back to the Babylonian captivity, returning back with Zerubbabel and them. All right. And we can get that right now, because what happened back then, you know, they were of Israel, but they couldn't because back then we used to keep a record. All right, but they couldn't prove that they was from the house of Israel. That's dealing with these Levites. All right, so to prove that, we're going to jump to the book of Ezra, chapter 2. We can start at verse 59. All right.
Ezra, right? All right, the book of Ezra 2 and 59. And these were they which went up from Telmela, Telhassa, Cherub, and Adan, and in Immer, but they could not show their father's house and their seed, whether they were of Israel.
Right. Because like they say, we always used to keep a record. All right, and these niggas, they was returning from Babylon back into Jerusalem. All right, and they were priests. You see what I said? Now, jump down to verse 61.
And of the children of the priests, the children of Habiah, the children of Koz, the children of Barzillai, which took a wife of the daughters of Barzillai, the Gileadite, and was called after their name.
Right. You see that? You see that? So, in this time, like, let's say now, I have a child, all right? Instead of my child taking my name, it takes his mother's name. But that doesn't prove that child is an Israelite. You see that? But there were these priests, they were Levites. You see what I said? They took on their mother's name. You see what I said? These priests took on their mother's name, and we can find out that they couldn't serve in the priesthood because they couldn't, their name wasn't found in the register. All right? But they were Israelites. All right? verse 62.
These sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore were they as polluted, put from their priesthood.
Right. Right, because they didn't know that they were Israelites. I mean, they know that they were Israelites, but they couldn't prove it. See what I saying? Because it's our custom. You see what I saying? To have a register. See what I saying? Read the next verse.
And the Caesar said unto them that they should not eat of the most holy things till there stood up a priest with Urim, with Thummim.
Right. So that's basically like the priest would wear this garment and they would have the stones on them, the 12 stones with the 12 stone, and the Most High would basically communicate back and forth with them. So even now in this time, you know, we don't have a register. All right, but what we do, we have the scriptures, because the scripture says, Romans 8 and 16, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the sons of God. All right, so all of us got to go through the same process. You see what I said? All right, so you jump back to Acts now, chapter 2. 9, 11 again.
This is book of Acts chapter 2, reading from verse 9. For Tunis and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in the Mesopotamia and Judah and Cappadocia and Pudens and Asia, for Phrygia and Pamphylia and Egypt and in the parts of Libya about Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes, creates greats and Albans, we do hear them speak in our tongue wonderful words of the Most High.
Right, right. You know, and that goes back to verse 5, because it says there were Jews, there were dwelling Jews at Jerusalem, devout men out of every nation. All right. Also, the confusion of faces. All right. So if you look at the 12 tribe sign, you know, we'll see Judah straight down to Issachar, right? But now also we have confusion of faces amongst these people, all right? So I just thought to put that in there, you know. So now let's go to because wherever we go, right, we stood out, all right? We stood out, even the confusion of faces. Why? Because they have that spirit, they have part of that seed going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Got that flavor,
right?
Stand out in the crowd.
Right, have that salt, you know. So Deuteronomy 4 and 6.
Deuteronomy 4 and 6.
Yeah, you can read straight down to 8.
All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of those nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right, so they're speaking about the nation of Israel. All right. Also the confusion of faces as well. All right. Read.
For what nation is there so great, who hath Yahweh so near unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for?
Read.
And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligent, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons.
Right, so we see that this is dealing with a specific group of people. All right. Right, yeah, you say, guys. You know. Yeah, man, we see that this is dealing with a specific group of people that said, teach thy sons and thy sons' sons. All right. So now the further proof that we were scattered among the nation. All right. We're gonna turn to now. Okay. Right.
Hosea chapter 8, I'm reading from verse 8. Israel is swallowed up now, shall they be among the Gentiles, as vessels wherein is no pleasure.
Alright. Because why? You see that there were dwelling Jews at Jerusalem, devout men out of every nation. Alright? The overthrow their seed in the wilderness and scattered them among the nations. Now Israel is swallowed up among the Gentiles, where there is no pleasure. You see what I said? So you see that going precept upon precept, this is only dealing with one group of people. Alright? Alright? So now from there we can jump to Isaiah chapter 11, we start at verse 10. Alright?
Alright, the book of Isaiah 11 and 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for the ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious.
Right. So it says, to it shall the Gentiles seek. Right? Israel is swallowed up among the Gentiles. Alright? Now check this out. Keep in mind now that it said there were dwelling Jews at Jerusalem, devout men out of every nation. Alright? So it called them Jews in the book of Acts. Alright? But here it's called them Gentiles. Now, we can clear up this Gentiles right now. Alright? Read.
11:11.
Yeah.
And shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Patras, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea.
Right, so we see even before we get into the book of Acts, the nation of Israel has already been scattered. So this is prophecy being fulfilled. Because if we go back to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, you'll see that all the men of Israel supposed to appear before the Most High 3 times a year, a place where he put his name, and that's Jerusalem. That's why all these Jews were coming from these different lands. See what I said? Alright, but read on. What?
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble out the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Right.
That's we everywhere.
You see, it called them Gentiles in verse 10, and then it called them by name in verse 12. Alright, now we're going to get a direct precept to show you, to finish prove to you that this is flicking talking about Israel. Alright?
It's John chapter 7 and 35.
Start at 34.
34. Ye shall seek me, and shall not find me. And where am I, there ye cannot come. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles, and teach the Gentiles?
You see that? Will he go among the Gentiles to teach the Gentiles? And we know, according to the book of Psalms 147, 19 and 20, this ain't for it.
Only for the nation of Israel.
You see what I said? Showing you that these Gentiles who Paul was sent to, that they were damn actually Israelites. Alright, so you can bring that precept out. Psalm 147. Yep. This is a direct cut to the choices, man.
All right, the book of Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Right. Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Man, we could shut it down right there with that. This ain't for them. You see what I said? This ain't for them. You know? This ain't for them. Alright?